to say, like, this is how loyal I am to you. This is my finger. And if they keep making offenses, then they just have to keep cutting off another part of their finger, and then they move on to their right. This is kind of what it looks like. Yum. And another one of their rituals that they do is body tattoos. And tattoos are so connected to the Yakuza in Japan that people don't get tattoos, or people will think they're in the mafia. And like hot springs and spas and any place where you wouldn't be clothed, they don't accept people with tattoos, even foreigners, because they don't want to be associated with the mafia. But they do it very interestingly, getting their tattoos, because they do it all by hand with bamboo or steel needles with ink, and it's very painful and time consuming, and they just press it into their bodies. That's kind of what it looks like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all over. It's very expensive and time consuming and painful. But they don't just spend all their time cutting off their fingers and getting tattoos. They also do a lot of criminal activities. The interesting thing about Japan is that being a member of the Yakuza isn't illegal. So they have definite locations in their communities, just like a business with, the syndicate's little emblem on the door, and you can like stop by and ask for help and stuff. Because it's not illegal, it's just their activities are illegal. So it's a bit of a loophole. And they deal mostly in drug and sex trafficking, and they also trade guns. Because guns are illegal in Japan. So they're notoriously bad shots, but they're pretty good with a knife, as you can tell from the fingers. But they don't believe themselves to be bloodthirsty gangsters. They think of themselves as chivalrous gentlemen who really help their community, and they actually really do. Most people in Japan actually like the Yakuza. When there was the tsunami and nuclear disaster and the earthquake in March 2011, Reuters reported that the Yakuza were one of the first people on the scene to deliver aid. They came in their helicopters and had food and aid while the government was still sort of scrambling to get what they thought they needed to help people, and the Yakuza were already there. So the people really like them, and they'll also, they still vend stalls at festivals, and they carry the shrine at festivals. And they just love their community, even though they're the social misfits and we're kind of rejected by society. So I hope you know a little bit more about the dark underbelly of Japan, and if you ever go there, you'll know if you see a man who's missing fingers and covered in tattoos that he's probably not just your average businessman, and you should be pretty nice to him. Thank you.